explain. Linspace, I'm going to talk about it. The function name is called linspace. So the purpose of linspace is the first full form. You are expecting full form. Linearly. So the purpose of linspace is the first full form. You are expecting full form. Linearly spacing values. Equal linear spaced value is called what? Linspace functionality. Linear spacing means what? Equal interval of value. Equal interval of value. 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. What is the equal interval there? 0.5. Starting from where? 1. Suppose ending with 4.0. What is that 4.0? Ending. What is the stepping there? 1. Like that. I need some values. I will write the linspace function is used for creating an object of end array with linear spaced values. Spell out once. Full will display a value which you are preferring. Full of that values will be coming of 2 by 2, 3 by 3, etc. Once, complete once. Linear spaced values also looking like what? A range function only. But a range function difference is what? It is a plus 1, plus 2, plus 1, minus 2. That type of range will be there. But it is going to contain linspace is going to provide equally linear spaced values. It will come in the form of integers as well as what? Float values. Let me write the syntax. So there I'm going to write it. Variable name is equal to numpy dot linspace. I'm writing linspace. Here I'm going to take some parameter students. Of course, remembering parameters is definitely difficult to the student. For that, I will show you today one help documentation I'll open. Help. Even I used to show in our Python classes also help of list and all those things. So here I'm writing start. Start, which is not a new for you. So very beginning of the Python. Start means what? From where you start. There is an open interval. Do you know open interval? Open interval, close interval, you know? You don't know. If you don't know, I will tell. If you know, I will continue. You don't know. Huh? No, sir. Knowing, not knowing that like. If you mathematically, okay, my dear student, I'm telling. Just I'm seeing the symptom of offline students. Knowing or not knowing. When I'm saying knowing means they are just bending their head. Because it's the danger guy you'll ask questions. So here I'm going to write start. This bracket indicates that included, comma, stop. It is saying that closing bracket like a double brace. It is known as what? This is called open interval. Open says what? Included. Close says what? Excluded. If I write it 1 comma 5, if I write it 1 to 4 only will come. 1 to 4 only will come. And don't try to apply our indexing slicing concept. If you apply for this one, that one, and that one, this one, it will become some Python, not become original Python. 1 comma 5. This indicates open interval, that indicates it is included. Even in the general mathematical terminology, when you see the help of the NumPy documentation, you will come across. This 5 is included or not included? With your programming, you can include even the last one also. You can include the last one also because programmatically I can mention it. Let's start here. Start comma. Come on. Stop. Next after that, when I'm mentioning linspace of start, linspace of 1 comma 5. When I write a linspace of 1 comma 5, between 1 to 5, how many equal linearly spaced values will come by default? That is an important. Are you following me? Equal number of linear spaced values. How many will come by default? The NumPy documentation says that 50 they said 50. And between 1 to 5, linearly equal spaced values will come how many? 50. It is beyond the calculation part of the programmer. Can you write a list of values which are equally linearly spaced between 1 to 5? Difficult for you. You may write it by taking half an hour or 45 minutes. But programming will give you what? Quickly that values will be coming. How many equally linear spaced values will come by default? 50. I'll show you the documentation. Num is equal to 50. Num is equal to 50. What is the num is equal to 50 called? Default value. Are you following me? Next is called what? After that, one more type of is there. End point is equal to. It is taking bool value. Bool. When the subject is increasing, so many parameters will come. You have to remember all the parameters. Like a doctor giving a tablet, writing in the prescription. Before food 10 minutes, after the food, before the food, morning, after. Now doctor knows because doctor is an intelligent. Take the tablet means you will take, okay, you'll after going to home you'll get it out. After food, before food. Again you will go back because the doctor is a Shankar MBBS. So that's why doctor should give prescription properly. Now start. End point is equal to what? By bool will be there. Here by default, what will be there? Boo. If you don't want endpoint to include, but a closed interval, if you want to say, you need to write what? False. Are you following me? I'll show the example. Next is called what? Return step. RETSTEP. Return step is equal to bool. Bool also. Return step means what? Between two evenly spaced value. How much is the difference? That also I can find out. That will give to me. And the next is called what? D type is also there. What are the parameters? Start, stop, num, endpoint, and return step, and then what next? D type. These many parameters you need to remember. So here num is equal to 50. Next is called what? Endpoint is equal to bool will be taken. Bool means either true or by default what it is taking true. Next is called return step. Return step is also taking what? Bool. Return step by default what? False. Where it won't use the return step. Return step means between two values. How much is the linearly spaced interval? Come on. Next is called what? D type is equal to some float or something is that, but you don't worry about it. So coming to the point of it, num, all these things I will go for this. Sir, how to remember this? Now I'm telling more practice, you will automatically remember. Remember or not? When you go to your mobile in settings, what is there? Will you explain me or not? Come on. You will explain. 100% you will explain. No, but you cannot explain. Why you are explaining the mobile settings? Because regularly when you close your eyes, open your eyes, mobile only. Now come to the point back. Go to this place. Python environment. Python command prompt. Run as administrator. Look at. Come on. Import NumPy as what? NP. See, my dear student. Help. Come on. NP dot linspace. Linspace only. Function name only. Linspace. What is the linspace? First of all, ma. Print of NP dot print of type of NP dot linspace. What is the type of linspace? Hmm? What is the linspace? How they defined, ma? Already I used to tell in our class. Ashish, wrong answer. DE of linspace, first parameter, second parameter, etc. They used to write the define the logic. This is called what? Linspace is called function name. Every function name in Python is what? Object. Object of which type? Function type. Forget. But intelligent student only. But forget. Not reading. So see that answer now. What is this is going to be? It is a linspace. It is an array function dispatcher. This is called one type of what? Function. Where I used to teach in functions only. Every function name is an object or not. Which type? Function type. Now I'm going to take up the helper. So come on to the point of it. Help of np dot. What is this now? Linspace. Linspace. My dear student, don't get tension by seeing that. I'll make you to understand one by one. Help on. What is this? NumPy linspace. Come on, linspace. I'm giving a prototype. Prototype means what? It's a complete syntax. Come on. Start, stop, num is equal to 50. How many linearly, equally, even space will come? 50. End point is equal to, that means 1 comma 5. If I say 5 also included or not. If you don't want 5 to include, what I will write up? Yes. Return step is equal to what? That means it won't give you what is the difference between the linearly spaced values. If I say true, that value also will come. D type is equal to what? This axis is equal to 0 and all those things you don't worry. Because when you come to the further, I'm talking about, do you know graph? Do you know graph? Do you know? Really? Right. Okay. Now laughing also by yourself laughing. What is this is known as? What is this is known as? X-axis. What is this is known as? Y-axis. Okay. You know that. Okay. Your childhood is good. Now what are these called? There are some points on the X-axis, Y-axis or not. What they are called? What they are called? Don't know, sir. This we don't know. In the scene, this much scene is not there. That are called X ticks. Spell out. X ticks. These are what? Y ticks. This I'll explain in the matplotlib. Matplotlib. How can I show the performance of a student who has written a 10th class examination about the bar graph? Unit test 1, unit test 2, quarterly, unit test 3, 4, annual, and half yearly progress I want to show in the form of what? Horizontal bar graph or vertical bar graph. Understand? Horizontal bar graph, vertical bar graph. And academic performance of 2023, 2024. I want to show the performance evaluation in the form of data visualization. That are called projects. You can go to an interview. You can say, in my Python, in Matplotlib, I did this type of evaluations. You can show that. You have to preserve in the notes. And this course, some case studies I'll tell you, you preserve it. Go to present in front of the interviewer. They'll appreciate. And this is called what? This is called Y ticks. How to set the X limiter, Y limiter, I'll tell you. And this is called what? This is called what? Z axis. Have you done Z axis in the schools? No. So we will be talking about what? Z axis also. This is comes under what? Matplotlib data visualization. I'll tell. This is called what? Axis is equal to 0. Axis is equal to 1. Axis is equal to 2. We are going to discuss this axis parameter concept. Right now, don't worry about the axis mechanism. Okay, now? So I'll tell you, axis is equal to 0. Don't worry about it. Divide is equal to none also. No use of that. Let us start about the linspace. Come on, explanation I'm giving it. Start the parameters. What is the starter? What is the starter? Starting value of the sequence. And I'm making you to learn the documentation, how to learn by yourself. Next is called what? Stop. Array like. Come on. End value of the sequence. Unless end point is set to false. Once you set false, that end point will not be covered. It is closed interval. In that case, the sequence consists of all, but the last num plus one, evenly spaced sample. So that stop excluded. Note that step side changes when end point is false. When end point is false, definitely evenly spaced values will differ. When end is equal to true, end point also considered, evenly spaced values will be differing. I'll show all the examples. Come on, next, num, here. By default, how many? 50. You can say int. It is an optional because already they mentioned what? 50. So, number of samples to generate. Default is what? Must be what? Yes. Next is called what? What is the end point? If true, step is the last sample. Otherwise, it is not included. I'll show you that. Next is called what? Return step. Return step. What is that? Goal. If true, return samples step, where step is spacing between two samples. 1.5, 2.5. What is the step? Return step? 0.5. That I'll show you. T type can be any of your type. It depends on your type. You can take it. Now I will go to the example. Shall I show you the example? Let's go. Let's go. That syntax is there. Now I'm going to create. I'm going to take it. Create an object of what? ND array with what? Linspace. Linspace. Come on. A is equal to import. Already it is there. NumPy as what? NP is equal to NP dot linspace. What is the syntax? Start comma, stop comma, num comma, endpoint comma, read step comma, dtype comma, access comma, device. And ask even when you are sleeping, what is the linspace you should just ask tomorrow when I come to the class. So it's not like that. Come on to that point. What is that now? 1 comma 5. If I write 1 comma 5, what is that? Start, stop. What is the num I am not specifying? When I am not specifying the num, how many samples of evenly spaced? 50. Come on, ma. Print of A, comma what? Type of A. See that 50 evenly spaced values are printing. 50. And don't see only output. Don't see only output. Here I will write it. LN of what? A. How many? 50. What is that 50? Num. Now I will go for, here I'm going to say, here I'm coming to, next what? Num is equal to what? 4. 1 to 5, 4 evenly spaced values I want. What are the even spaced values between 1 to 5? 1 to 1 to 1 to 4, 5. So here I'm going to print it. What is this now? Comma, comma. So here what is the value here? 1, 2.3333, 3.666. Next is called what? 5 pointer. How many values are getting? 4. 4. This is called what? Evenly spaced value. Next I will go for what? Another parameter. Suppose I want to have 10. I want to have 10. How many evenly spaced values? 10. Between the first number and second number, there is some type of evenly spaced return step will be there. I'll show you that also. Let me go for further. Let me go for further. Here I will take the number called 4. Come on, next. End point is equal to what? False. Here end point is called true, correct? Now I'm writing end point is equal to what? Which value will not be coming? 5. 5 will not be coming. So what is this? End point. End point. In our Python level, we got it. End point. But we are writing end. Is it receiving unexpected argument or not? So you need to write it. Okay. First you understand the subject. So end point is equal to what? So what is excluded? What are the values I want? 1, 2, 4. What are the samples? 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Are you getting it? Next, I will go for creating 10 and 10. I'll go for what? 10. I'll go for 10. Go for 10. Samples are how many? 10. So what are these values are coming? 1, 1.4, 1.8, 2.2. Like that, how many samples are coming? Next, one more thing I will take it. Come on, next. Come on. Return step is equal to what? True. Return step is equal to true. Return step is equal to true. If you want, you can print A comma, A comma, return step RS, I will write it. A you are printing, RS you are printing, RS you are printing. Are you following me? What is the RS value? Come on, 1 plus 0.4, 1.4 plus 0.4, 1.8 plus 0.4. Like that, this is called evenly spaced interval or not? Yes, in simple sentence, if you don't write this num is equal to 10, if I don't write num is equal to 10, what is the value now? End point also remove, and only return step is equal to what you are writing. True. How many samples? 50. What is the end RS value? You see the RS value. Are you following that? That is the interval between two samples. That is called the return step value. I hope you are following. I'm going to take here. I will take it, the value called 10, and here I will write it. End point is equal to what? True or false, whatever you like it. False. Return step is equal to what? True. What is the answer is coming? Between 1 to 10, 10 is excluded. Between 1 to 10, what is the return step? What is the number of samples? 50. Here, if you want, I can write it what? Num is equal to what? 10. Like this. Now I'm going to take it. It's extra comma. So, did you understand the meaning of num is equal to 10? Did you understand the meaning of return step? So, this is known as which concept? Linspace. Very, very important. Regularly asking question in interview, what is the use of linspace? They will ask you, how do you generate evenly spaced between 1 to 20? How do you find the linspace interval? This point is very, very important. I shown the documentation for you how to verify. Are you able to follow? Yes. Now go to the next. Linspace clear? Now, for a moment, I want to show you students just a small documentation here. Otherwise, you will think that sir did not give the notes. A range function already you know, especially for what I'm saying, linspace. Please observe all of your syntax. These are final notes I'm giving. Come on. Variable name is equal to numpy dot linspace of start comma, stop comma, num comma, end point comma, return step, d type. D type. So come on to the point of it. Start. It represents starting value of interval. Starting value of interval. Starting value of interval. Come on, next up. Stop. It represents the stopping value of interval. Next up. Num. The amount of evenly spaced sample over the interval to be generated. The default is what? 50. Default is 50. Next end point. It's true value. It's true. Indicates the stopping value included in the interval. Return step, this has to be a Boolean value. It represents a step and samples between two consecutive numbers. D type represents the data type of array times. Look at, I'm going to take up, for example, I want to do a survey. I want to do a survey. What is that? The Department of Police. decided whether we have to keep the traffic constable in that particular junction or not. They have certain rules. For every 1 second, multiple vehicles are coming. According to their parameters, they will allot or not, they will decide. So I will take the time of what? First 1 hour. What is my ending hour? 2 hours. First, second, 1 to 2, I said. 1 to 2. In that middle of it, how many vehicles passed through that? Some of the people are counting. Between starting time and ending time, some number of vehicles are passing. They will find the frequency of vehicles are passing through that route. They will find what? On and average, in a regular interval of time, how many vehicles are passing? Is it not called linearly spaced vehicles are passing over there? That is used in where? Data analysis level. Are you getting my point? So these are all comes under what? Supervised learning algorithms in data science you will come across. It, I don't mind to explain that algorithm. If I enter into that algorithm, one algorithm will take 3-4 hours to explain that algorithm. And where you can get this? Day one only I said, you learn how to use programmatically. When you go to the algorithmic representation, automatically you'll get the thought of using this. I think you're following me. So I said the simple example of how the analysis will be done. So I will noting down in a peak hours how many vehicles are passing, in a normal hours how many hours are passing, on and average in a day how many vehicles are passing over this way. That makes me to understand whether we have to keep a traffic signal over there or not. But the decision is going to be analysis part. So what is the coding over there? Lin space concept. Are you following me? So that point we are going to use it. So here I'm going to use it into the point of it. Lin space is clear. So I want 60 linearly spaced values between 1 to 100. I want 60 linearly spaced values between 1 to 60. How do you write it? NP dot lin space of 1 comma 60 comma num is equal to 60. That's all. Don't write end point is equal to false because 60 also I need. If you want to find out the return step, you can write it. That is in between two intervals. That is the frequency of the difference. Are you getting my point? So students, I hope that lin space is more clear. It is regularly asking questions in interview point of view. And zeros function already you understood. And next I'm going for ones also you understood. Clear? Fine. So if you go to this place, you understood array of, a range of, zeros of, ones of, full of, lin space of. Now I'm entering into one more question called I. I'm entering into the concept called what? I. Before that I want to tell you about identity. Identity, I want to go for it. So in matrix only, there is a matrix called A into what? I. Into I. I stands for what? Identity matrix is equal to A into I or I into A is equal to A. Same at 0 now. Okay. Please go to school once, okay? So any matrix is multiplied with a unit matrix is going to be called as what? Come on. Same matrix. Any number is multiplied by 1 is called what? Same number. Any matrix is multiplied by unit matrix, it is going to contain what? Same matrix only. So how to design the identity matrix? That is our concept. Identity of function will be going for identity matrix. What is the identity? Any matrix which is containing. First of all, identity matrix is a square matrix. First of all, identity matrix is a square matrix. Kaushal, voice is not coming. This is the biggest problem. Is my voice is clear? Is my voice is clear? Okay, hold on for one few seconds. Now, just hold on. His voice is clear? Now clear. Is it clear, everybody? Now it is clear. So my screen is also looking good. It's now correct. Now it is. Now I'll move to the further. Now see, students. Sometimes you will be getting some voice problem will be coming because internet is not in our hands. Are you answering all the times correct answers? Huh? Sometimes you have to adjust for a few seconds. So now I'm going to enter into lin space. Okay, students. When the net is not giving or some voice breaking, I'll repeat the topic. Don't worry about it. I'll repeat the topic. Don't worry. Come to which matrix now? Identity matrix. Identity of. So this identity of function is used for generating unit matrix or identity matrix. What is the identity matrix you have? First of all, identity matrix is a square matrix. Square matrix. I'm taking 1, 0, 0, 1. What is this matrix is called? 2 by 2, 2 by 2 identity matrix. Square matrix is nothing but number of rows is equal to what? Number of columns. Number of columns. And this part is known as what? Principal diagonal we can call. This part is called what? Principal diagonal. And all the principal diagonal elements must be 1. And the product of principal diagonal elements will be always 1. Suppose if there is coming across 2, 0, 0, 2. This is not a identity matrix. This is not an identity matrix. Are you following me? Now I'll go to the 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. What is this matrix? What is the order here? 3 and then 3. What is this 3 is called? Rows. What is this 3 is called? This is called n. They indicated as n. And they indicated as what here? M. What is n? What is m? So in identity matrix, what we need to mention, is it mentioning n and m? Only n is enough. Either n or m is enough. Can I show the help now? Once again, identity matrix is what matrix? Square matrix. It requires either row or column. If I specify, it will prepare rows and columns same only. Understand my point? Yes, sir. So the syntax is like this. Variable name is equal to numpy dot identity of n comma m is equal to what? None. And what is that next? D type. D type, any D type, what they are having, we will look into that. Shall I use it now? So what is the identity matrix is going to be? Last three members. Stand up. Stand up all three. Last three. Leal what? Explain or what? Sit down, you are good. That person also stand up. Take your books. Get lost from here. Get out. Get out from here. You don't know my classroom protocols. Simply coming and sitting here. Come to the point. Variable name is equal to, first of all, to understand the class, you must have some stuff in the body. You need to know first ABCDs. Without knowing ABCDs and keeping chimpir juttu and sitting in the class, nothing will happen. You have to have some stuff. Understand that. N comma m is equal to none and what? D type. What is this n? Number of rows. M is equal to what? None. And no value will be specified. If I don't specify the NA value, that n itself is taken as what? Square matrix. And the D type I will be taking. Right? Go to the place. Now I'm going to use it. Create and create ND array object. Create an ND array object. ND array object by using identity of. So come on, go to that, import numpy as np. A is equal to np dot identity of. I will write it. I will mention it. Print of what? A, and then type of A. You can call your dimension and everything. That is going to be natural. That is simple also. Not a difficult. So I'll go for keeping here. So this is the one. Try to see. So you are getting what? 1.0.0.1 point. What is the D type? Load. Now I want to create what? Identity matrix with what? Like this. Come on, here I will write it what? D type is equal to what? Enter. D type is equal to enter. See that? Is it printing like this or not? Yes. Now I want to create an ND array with 3 rows and 3 columns. Simply go for what? 3. What is this 3? 3 rows, 3 columns. That is called n value, which is going to be n and m is going to be same value will be taken. Right? So need to see that these values are taken. Are you able to follow? Now, coming to the point of it, like that you can take it, any kind of things you can take it. Here I'm going to enter into that. I will write it something like a 6 I'm writing. 6. So there is a matrix called 6. This is going to be called principal diagonal elements. All these elements are called what? Principal diagonal elements. All of them are called what? One only. Below the principal diagonal elements are called what? Lower matrix, and above is called what? Upper matrix. We can call. Watching mobile and talking to each other means they don't know any subject. They're always out of order from subject from always 10 years. If such a student sit in the class only for counting purpose, not for useful. Don't think that all things in the universe are useful. Some things are useless only. Like that, sit in the class and try to get the good subject. So here, upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix, and principal diagonal elements are what? Now, later, advanced form of identity matrix is called I function is there. Suppose I want to prepare an identity matrix here. Here I want to prepare. I want to prepare an identity matrix at this level. I want to prepare an identity matrix only in this level. I want to prepare an identity matrix only in this level. Wherever I want to prepare the identity matrix. That is called what? I function, which is flexible to what? Identity function. That I will go to the next step called what? I. Look at that. I'm going to give you. These are giving examples also, student. Lean space num is equal to something like example they are giving. Go to the next help of what? NP dot identity. Identity. So what is happening? Come on, here. Identity of n. P type is equal to what? Star. Star means what? All. That is called variable length arguments. In our Python, we used to talk star. Keyword variable length. Suppose if they don't know, when I say star, they don't know. They will look here and there. That candidates need to send outside. They will enjoy outside. I think you are following me. So in this place, if you look at examples, immediately you come out is going to be like this. We are giving simple like this. What is this matrix? What is the D type? Like this. Are you following me? Advanced to the identity matrix is what? I function is there. That will be the next part of this function. That is the I function I will tell in the tomorrow class. First, if you know identity preparation of the matrix in any part of the matrix, that can be done by I. That I will go for the next level. Next level I will go. Here I am having identity matrix. This function always build what? Or variable name is equal to numpy identity n comma d type. Here n represents either we can take rows or columns. PVM takes n into n matrix. That is a square matrix. Unit or identity matrix. I hope you are understanding the meaning of unit or identity matrix. Are you able to follow? Right. So up to here, we talk about what? Identity function. What is done discussed? I function, H stack, V stack. In next class, I will introduce. So when I'm going to explain ND array, I will tell only two functions are there. These are only two functions I can say. But we don't want, how depth we used to discuss our Python classes. That's why for some of the people, when I go to Python, they will bounce. When they bounce, they will look at here and there only. Because they don't understand what they can do. Brain is not enough to hold my subject. That's why first to sit in this class, they must have some knowledge. Some capacity must be required to understand the subject. Then only can follow. Otherwise, everybody cannot understand. They need to have some basics. So I said that. So tomorrow class I'll go for I, H stack, V stack. Later I'll go for random distribution concept. I'll explain. Okay now? Right. Students, and one more announcement I want to say. And some of the people are having some class after this, it seems. Some different classes are there, it seems. I don't know. Management said yesterday. Stop the class at 7:30. So I want to stop the class at 7:30 because you are having some class total time. But the single class is there, it seems. I want to stop daily at 7:30. I want to stop. Class is at starting time and then ending is 7:30. I will close it according to the guidelines of the management. Right. Thank you, students. Carry on. Tomorrow class we will meet it. All the best.